Noelle Parks, and I'm studying elementary education at Anderson University. I just want to go over some things that I believe, know, and can do with technology. So first of all, some things that I believe, and all of this is based off of the ISTE standards for teachers and educators. So the first thing, what I believe about technology, a lot of what I believe about technology comes from learning from my colleagues and from my personal learning network. I believe that I can learn about what I could use, some really good resources and tools in the classroom. I can also learn about I also believe that I can learn from my colleagues about how to make technology more equitable for everybody in my class, make it more accessible. One thing that I believe is extremely important when it comes to technology is that it is able to be accessed 24/7, regardless of a student's socioeconomic status, home status, anything like that. Like, I think that they should be able to access their assignments and their work whenever they need to, whether they have internet access or not. And so I believe that that's super important, especially as we move to a more technology-focused society. Being able to look at and be able to use technology whenever and wherever has become very important. Especially right now, if you're staying up to date on the news with the coronavirus, several universities and even smaller schools here in Indiana are going to online learning until the pandemic kind of slows down, especially in Indiana. So I believe that having technology that is accessible and just easy access for all students, for all parents, regardless of where they are or what time of day it is, I think that's super important. I believe that I need to find what works best for me in my class and what works best for students to be able to use outside of the class. And I believe that I can learn a lot from my colleagues and from my personal learning network in that. Some things that I know. I know that there's a lot of research out there, and I know that I can continue to do research. I can know that I can continue to do research about what some good apps are, some good resources, some good learning management systems. I know how to use a couple learning management systems, which is amazing. I probably know more than some other teachers. I can also use that information of what I know to help other colleagues and help my peers. I also know that there are lots of people in this world and in this community that don't have access to technology wherever and whenever. And I think that that is something that I personally, again, as I said, I believed, it is something that we can work on as a society and as a whole. I also know that there are a lot of resources out there to be used both in the classroom and out of the classroom, and it's going to take a lot of research and just a lot of getting to talk to and interact with my colleagues and my PLN to find those really good resources. Lastly, some things that I can do with technology. I can do so much, and I didn't think I could do as much as I can. I can use learning management systems. I know how to use them. I've learned how to use Canvas. I've also dabbled in Edmodo, so I kind of know how to use those things. I also know how to and can examine and evaluate apps to see what is good to use, what is accessible. So on my list of things that I check for, accessibility is huge. I really check for, is it able to be used online and offline, which I haven't found an LMS that can be used offline yet. Still working towards finding one. I can also start writing grants and looking into grants that can help with this, help make technology available whenever and wherever. And I think that if I can do that, then I'm moving in the right direction. Thank you.